to yet another live stream. We are here for the Carabao Cup third round draw live watch along, guys. We will be covering the draw and bringing it to you live as it happens. And a massive welcome to everyone, whoever you support. Do get in the live chat. Let me know who you support. Let me know who you'd want to play in the next round of the Carabao Cup if your team is still involved. Like I say, a massive welcome to everyone. Thank you for joining us. Drop a like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. You know what to do if you're a YouTube watcher. Yeah, go on, get your comments down below. The Carabao Cup third round draw is commencing soon after the conclusion of tonight's second round games, and we've got a big story to talk about coming from Grimsby. Hello to everyone. There's over 100 people in here already. It takes 2 seconds to drop a like, and we're going to hammer home on the support. It takes 2 seconds. Go on, drop a like. As you can see next to me, the ball numbers. If you're not familiar with what ball number your team is tonight, then do familiarise yourselves with the numbers next to me scrolling past, sort of in alphabetical order, and then there's the games playing out tonight, which are at the bottom of that pile. There's now 210 people tuning in. Well, that's brilliant. Drop a like. Go on, let's support. Right, guys, we've got the Carabao Cup draw coming up, but like I say, it comes at the conclusion of tonight's games. Let's have a look and see what's going on in tonight's games. Everton 1, Mansfield 0. Yeah, maybe as you'd expect. Fulham 2, Bristol City 0. Okay, yeah, maybe as you'd expect. Oxford United 0, Brighton 6. Okay, the favourites are winning, but bloody hell, 6-0. And how about this? Grimsby 2, Man United 0. What is going on in Grimsby? Blimey, Manchester United, they are truly terrible. And it looks like they might not be in the third round draw if things stay as they are. Obviously, the teams that are in the third round draw are the winners of the second round games, plus the Premier League teams that are joining, which are the Premier League teams that are playing in European competitions this season. So Palace, Forest, Villa, Tottenham, let's see if I can name them all. Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea. That should be all of them. Newcastle. Yeah, did I say Newcastle? Yeah, that's all 5, I think. Right. So, 1 to 32. There will be 16 games. Let's say hello to everyone. Get your comments down below. There's 250 people watching. Go on, 250 likes. Drop a like and let's see what you guys have to say. Are you excited for the draw? Oh, there's been a goal at Grimsby. Let's quickly go over there, because before I come to your comments, which do get them down below, Man United have just pulled one back. 15 minutes to go. Grimsby 2, Man United 1. Are Man United going to turn it around? Is there going to be an upset? Can Man United actually win? Right, let's say hello to everyone. Get your comments down below. Oh, bloody hell, the comments are flying in quickly. Jacob has just said that Man United have scored. Yes, they have. Jack says Spurs in action. Come on, Frank. I want Millwall, he says. Michael says, I want Arsenal or Spurs. Come on, you Lions. Daniel, what a legend. Daniel's just donated $9.99. Thank you so much. He says, if my team Reading draw you at the SCL, would you go to the match? I really hope that happens. The SCL? Well, my team's not in the draw, Daniel. Are you confusing me with a supporter of a different team? Which stadium's the SCL, by the way? What's the SCL? SCL? What stadium would that be? Why am I struggling with that? Thank you so much for the donation, Daniel. Like I say, my team Coventry got knocked out yesterday. Your team, Reading, who are from League One, have made it further than my team, mate. But thank you for the donation nonetheless. Let's say hello to everyone. Grimsby, please hold on, says Glimpse. Go on, comment in the live chat. Are Grimsby going to hold on? Yes or no? Are they going to do it? Come on, Grimsby, says Woody. Jack says no Arsenal, please. If so, it would be a good as a derby. Yeah, it's true. The Select Car Leasing Stadium, of course it is. Yes, that's, yeah, Reading Stadium. Yeah, obviously Coventry are out, though, still. I would come to Reading if you can get up to the Championship, though, buddy. Right, let's say hello to everyone. So many comments coming through. So proud of our team last night from Jordan, who is a Sheffield Wednesday fan. I think they stole the headlines, didn't they, with their win over Leeds. I've watched the highlights and blimey, what is Calvert-Lewin doing? But fair play, Sheffield Wednesday. Fair play. Right, there's 300 people in here. I am going to be a little bit annoying. Let's get 300 likes. It takes 2 seconds. Go on, do drop a like. Just got to try and get some support going at the start of the stream just to help it along. Let's quickly pan over to the other results. Keep your comments coming. If you want to have a comment read out, then please do get it down below. It takes 2 seconds to comment as well. Still 1-0 to Everton. Still 2-0 to Fulham, 6-0 to Brighton and 2-1 to Grimsby. Can I remind you that Sophie predicted Grimsby would beat Man United 2-1. And I thought she was joking. There's now, what, 10 minutes left and it's 2-1 to Grimsby? We will see. And thank you, by the way, for all of your brilliant support on the Premier League predictions today. A lot of you saying congratulations to Sophie, which is really nice. I'm sure she would appreciate that. So thank you once again for all of that. Let's read out some of your comments. Hull haven't won a cup game since 2020, but it's good fun tuning into these streams anyway. Yeah, as you say, Glimpse, these streams tend to do quite well as well, don't they? But yeah, commiserations for Hull not being very good in cups. Like Glimpse, I very well remember 2014 when Hull got to the final, and obviously as they were the underdogs, I was sort of cheering them on in the pub, and they went 2-0 up and they lost to Arsenal, didn't they? Right, what time is the draw, asks George. George, it will be after these games have finished. Speaking of which, Oxford United 0, Brighton 6 is now a full-time result. Sophie is amazing on predictions, says Kyle. Yeah, well, she's better than me this season for sure. Let's have a look. Hopefully Wolves don't get a Premier League team, says Joe. Hope Spurs play Grimsby, says Magician 860. Well, that's if Grimsby hang on. And it's 2-1 with 10 minutes left. It's not game over just yet. Oh, it would be typical if Man United sneak through, wouldn't it? Poor old Grimsby. Let's have a look. Tony's a Fulham fan. Nice to see you, Tony. Brighton through, game over. Let's go, says Hypegar. Absolute dominance from Brighton, says Connor. Matt, are you going to live stream the Champions League draw? Oh, when is that? When is that? Is that this? Is it Friday or is it tomorrow for the group stages? That would be a good stream, actually. Yeah, maybe we can do that. But it all depends on your support, guys. We need lots of great support from you. We need everyone in here to make sure they're dropping a like, subscribing, keeping all that good stuff going. 5 championship teams left, says Teeks. Really? I haven't actually done a breakdown of the numbers. So, let me work it out. Which championship teams are left? You've got Cardiff. Oh, hang on a minute. We've had a donation from... Cardiff aren't even championship. Excuse me. They're League One now. But we need to go to Kelly, who's just donated. Yeah, great news for Sophie. Please pass on my congrats from California. Honestly, Kelly, that's so kind. You're so kind, and we massively appreciate it. I will do, and I'm sure she'll have looked at the comments today, and I'll tell her about this as well. That's very, very kind, Kelly. Very, very kind. All the support that you've given us does go into the channel. So thank you so much for the donation, Kelly. And good luck to Wrexham. Obviously, they're in the draw, aren't they? So which championship teams are left? Millwall, Sheffield Wednesday, Southampton, Swansea, and Wrexham. And Bristol City are obviously heading out as things stand. Oxford United have just been eliminated. Let's head over to those scores. What is going on? Deep into stoppage time at Fulham and 8 minutes left at Grimsby and at Everton. Like I say, Brighton are through. They're ball number 32. They've just beaten Oxford 6-0. Thank you once again to the donations from Daniel and Kelly. Reese says, say aye in the live chat if you think Grimsby will hold on. No one said aye, by the way. I'm a Brentford fan. I love your videos, says Jamie. Thank you so much, Jamie. Massively appreciated. Right, well, let's do a roll call. Early doors, should we say, at the start of this stream. 360 people watching. Everyone comment once with the team you support in the live chat. Let's see how many different fans we've got in here. Comment once with your team and we'll see how many different fans we have got watching the stream. Like I say, if you've just joined us, we will cover the Carabao Cup draw when it gets underway, which won't be in too long. Fulham 2, Bristol City 0 is a full-time result. Well done, Fulham. Righty-ho, let's just move that down and make that a little bit bigger. There we go. Right. Wow. I said everyone comment once with the team you support. Here we go. Forest, Wolves, Liverpool, Everton, Forest, Wednesday, Southampton, Sunderland, Huddersfield, Wrexham, West Brom, Barnsley, Villa, Swansea, Huddersfield, Pompey, Wednesday, Forest, Man City, Wrexham, Tottenham, Birmingham, Huddersfield, West Ham, Coventry, Grimsby, Wednesday, Sheffield United. What happened to Sophie? Someone's asked. If you watch the Premier League predictions, she shared some good news. I might as well share it here. She's pregnant. Brilliant news. Honestly, I'm over the moon for her. Due in February, and she went public with the news a few days ago, and obviously we mentioned it yesterday in the Premier League. Today in the Premier League predictions video. So yeah, Sophie is expecting a little one. Thank you so much, Kevin, for the donation. That's massively appreciated. So many people commenting. Notts County fan, Villa fan, Wolves, Forest, Brentford, Bradford, Swansea, Southampton, Arsenal, Liverpool, Forest. There are so many. And Andrew has donated. He says Forest versus Wrexham, please. Oh, I'd like that. I'd like Forest versus Wrexham. That's 2 teams I've always had a vested interest in. I'd like that match. Right. Grimsby are still winning, guys, with 6 minutes to go. Grimsby 2, Man United 1. Let's not forget, I know Grimsby were 2-0 up at half-time, and we've kind of got used to the fact that Man United are a bit of a mess. But this, for League 2 Grimsby, would probably be their biggest result ever. Or at least, well, yeah, it would be right up there, wouldn't it? I can't think of, not in my lifetime, of Grimsby won a cup game against a Premier League giant like Man United. So, well done if they do it. They've nearly done it. Congrats, Sophie. Yeah, well done. Oh, brilliant. Look at those lovely messages. I will pass those lovely, kind messages on. Matt, do you know when she's due? Yeah, February. Magician says, the nicest YouTuber. Oh, we'll take that. We do watch a lot of other YouTubers, and we work with a few other YouTubers. You've seen me with Benjamin Bloom and Conor McGilligan. I'd say they're very nice as well. Well, there's plenty of nice YouTubers out there, let me just say, before I make it look like there isn't. Right, Tony says Fulham 2-0, £10 per goal. Thank you, Tony. That's a very nice donation, and I'm happy for you as a Fulham fan. I think I predicted the upset. I think I went for Bristol City to win. I'm glad I've been proven wrong for your sake then, Tony, and let's see who Fulham get in the next round. So like I say, the Carabao Cup 3rd round draw is coming up very soon. Make sure you've hit the like button. It takes 2 seconds to like, 2 seconds to subscribe, 2 seconds to comment. Let's read out as many comments as possible. Uncle Matt, happy face. I like that. Oh yeah, so like I said in the Premier League predictions video, it does mean, by the way, that at some point around the due date, Sophie would have to step away from the channel just to prepare you guys, because I know 90% of you probably prefer her to me when it comes to the predictions. It feels like everyone's cheering her on, which is fair enough. You know, I'm not very nice and what have you, but no, I'll have to... Oh, I don't know, actually. I've been thinking... So when Sophie steps back from the channel to have her baby, could I, or should I, I'll ask the question to you guys, should I get a fellow YouTuber as a replacement, or should I get a different guest every week? What do you think, guys? Got a bit of time to brainstorm that, I guess. Oh, Daniel, thank you so much. Congrats to Sophie. Look at this. They're all coming through for Sophie. And do you think that Reading could make the playoffs this season? It's been a slow start, Daniel, but yeah, definitely. I mean, it's early days, isn't it? So definitely could see Reading turning it around. Thought they were going to win at Wycombe, of course. They conceded late on, didn't they? Thank you so much for the donation, Daniel. Thank you to everyone who's donated. There's been plenty of generous people in the live chat. You don't all have to donate, by the way. Just dropping a like is good enough. Thank you to those that have donated. Let's just quickly check in on the scores. It's Everton 1, Mansfield 0, 2 minutes to go. Let's be honest, guys, that's also quite intriguing, because if Mansfield snatch a late goal, then it's going to penalties, remember. There's no extra time. And of course, this is very intriguing. Less than 3 minutes to go of normal time. Grimsby 2, Man United 1. Oh my goodness. Wow. You couldn't write it. Right, let's have a look at some more comments, guys. As I say, if you're here for the draw, it is coming very soon. In the meantime, I'm here to read out your comments, so do get involved in the live chat. Let me know what you're saying. Let me know who you support. Feel free to do some predictions, guys. Go on, get in the live chat. Who's going to play who? Get your predictions down there. Who is going to play who in the next round? Are we going to get a big game like Tottenham versus Man United or Liverpool versus Man City? What are you saying? And can any of the lower league teams that are left get themselves a big game? Have we got any League 2 teams left? Cambridge. Imagine if Cambridge go away to Arsenal or something. That would be massive for them. Right, Bassett Brush. I haven't got the knowledge like Sophie and we'll be getting too much abuse. Oh, there you go. Oh, no, Sophie hasn't said the gender, by the way, Connor. It's too early for that. I think Everton versus Millwall, Man City v Huddersfield. Yeah, that's it, guys. Get your predictions in for the draw. My prediction is Man United will be out. Well, you might be right. How long left now? No! 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 It's going to penalties, isn't it? No! Damn it. I'm sorry if you're a Man United fan and it looks like I hate you, but come on, we've got to root for the underdog. Oh, Grimsby. No. Harry Maguire. 2-2. 1 minute to go. Oh, heartbreak. Well, there's also been a goal at the Hill Dickinson. Everton 2, Mansfield 0. Beto. So Everton are heading through, but we still don't know who is going through from Grimsby versus Man United. And there goes Sophie's prediction as well, actually. Well, don't go anywhere, guys. Of course, we're going to be streaming the Carabao Cup draw, but we will also cover the Grimsby-Manchester United penalty shootout, unless we get another goal in the next couple of minutes of extra time, injury time, should I say. It doesn't go to extra time. Don't go anywhere. Right, let's read out some more comments. That's so sad for Grimsby. I know. Man United fans celebrating like they've won the Champions League. They're probably just relieved, aren't they? It's just to avoid the embarrassment from where they're concerned. I don't think any Man United fan, even if they win now, is going to walk out of this over the moon. They'll just be like, we got away with that, didn't we? Right. Tom says it's always Maguire. Yeah, Maguire sort of popping up late on to save the day. Remember he did that in the Europa League, didn't he? Last minute goal last season. Grimsby robbed, says Luke. Right, good job. It's Onana in goal, says Jacob. Yeah, well, look, let's not forget as well, if it goes to penalties, which it looks like it will, then it's at Grimsby Stadium. They have the advantage here. You know, if it was at Old Trafford and all those Man United fans booing the Grimsby players, it'd be a bit off-putting and a bit ominous, a bit scary, really, for players that are not used to playing in those sort of scale of stadiums. But I don't know. I wonder if the Grimsby fans are going to be able to put off the Man United players. We will see. Right. Maguire is crazy, says Adnan. Grimsby lose the biggest chance in their history. Man United keep their little bit of pride, says Bassett Brush. Well, let's not forget, if it goes to penalties, Grimsby might still win. Let's see. There's 5 minutes added, I think. So that one's still got a little bit of time left. Right, 500 people in here. Can I just say it takes 2 seconds to hit the like button. So everyone in here, just take 2 seconds to drop a like. And please do subscribe if you haven't already. It's free to do and it massively helps the channel. I don't really know what the target is anymore because I look at this and you guys have sent the numbers up crazy. So feel free to subscribe. Feel free to drop a like. It's massively appreciated. And definitely get a comment in. We like the community over here. What kind of comment is that? I just farted. There you go, says the boy 6000. Come on, GTFC, says Carlton. Obviously cheering for Grimsby there. How long left now? 2.5 minutes of stoppage time to go. I think at this point I'm happy if it goes to penalties. You would imagine the only team that's going to nick it in injury time now is probably Man United, right? Aston Villa versus Wolves is Nathan's prediction for the draw. Andy says he's just subscribed. Thank you, Andy. Legend. Can't believe the underdogs went from 2-0 down to 2-2. I know, Connor. Grimsby, what are you doing? Letting Man United back into it. Predict the penalties, says Cade. I will when it gets to penalties. There's still 2 minutes left. Hi, Matt from Exeter, says Josh. Yeah, nice to meet you, Josh. Good to see everyone in here. Are Cambridge the last League Two team other than Grimsby? So we said there's 5 Championship teams left. I think there might actually be more League One teams. Bradford, Barnsley, Cardiff, Doncaster, Huddersfield, Lincoln, that's 6. Port Vale, 7. Reading, 8. Wigan, 9. Wycombe, 10. Can you believe that? There's actually double the amount of League One teams than Championship teams left. I didn't even realise that. There's 10 League One teams left, if my maths is right. And there's 5 Championship teams left. Obviously, a few Premier League teams have been dumped out as well. Leeds, Bournemouth, West Ham, maybe another one. I'm not sure if I've missed anyone there. Any other Premier League teams got dumped out yet? Oh, Sunderland, they got dumped out. Sorry, they got dumped out by Huddersfield, didn't they? Right, let's have a look. I miss having Coventry in our league, says Louise. Well, hopefully we'll be in the Premier League soon. Everton won 2-0, says Michael. Yes, they did. Full time at. I keep going to say Goodison, but it's not Goodison. It's the Hill Dickinson. Bit more of a mouthful, isn't it? So Everton are through. And we're literally just waiting on Grimsby v Man United. So if you're here for the Carabao Cup draw, the Carabao Cup third round draw, guys, like I am, we just have to wait for Grimsby versus Manchester United to finish, and then we will have it. We will talk about it, all of that good stuff. We'll cover it live and we'll react to it. This is the best place to be, so don't go anywhere. Yeah, don't go anywhere as well in terms of where Grimsby and Manchester United is concerned, because I think we're going to cover a penalty shootout. There's 10 seconds of injury time left. I think it's going to finish 2-2. Goodness me, I'm looking forward to this. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Right, let's have a look. I thought you supported Bristol City, someone said. No, I'm a Coventry fan. I'm not sure who you're getting me confused with, but yeah, I don't mind Bristol City, but I am a Coventry fan. Who would you want if you went through? Oh, good question. Obviously, Coventry haven't gone through. I would have probably wanted a winnable home game, which probably would be Cambridge at home, but you never know. Cambridge could have beaten us. They've just beaten Charlton, who are, of course, from the Championship as well. Oh, there you go. It's full time at Grimsby. It's going to penalties. Right, let's do it, guys. Predictions. Predictions for the penalty shootout. Yes, we will cover the Carabao Cup draw when it gets underway, but we've got to wait for the Grimsby versus Manchester United game to finish. Who is winning on penalties? Comment down below. Who is winning on penalties? I have a feeling everyone's going to say Grimsby, probably because everyone wants Grimsby to win. But use your head. Who is going to win? I feel like my head is telling me Man United are still going to win, but my heart is telling me Grimsby. Let's have a look. Who's going to win? Oh, look at that. People are even predicting what the scoreline will be on penalties. Right, try and remember your predictions, guys, and let me know if you got yours right. 4-2 Grimsby, 3-1 Grimsby, 5-3 Man United, 3-2 Grimsby, 3-0 Grimsby, 4-2 Grimsby, 3-0 United. Wow. A lot of predictions there for Grimsby. Okay, well, there will be a little 2-minute pause before the shootout starts, of course. In the meantime, keep your comments coming. What is everyone saying? Everyone's literally just saying, come on, Grimsby. Man United, although I think, do we all agree that Man United probably do have the biggest fan base in this country? other than maybe Liverpool are big, obviously. Arsenal and Chelsea are big, but Man United's fan base, they're just everywhere, aren't they? Whether you like them or not, I think that is a fact. But at the same time, they're probably the most disliked club, aren't they? So everyone that isn't a Man United fan is obviously wanting the underdog to beat them. Let's have a look at some more of your predictions. 6-5 United, says Joe. 6-5 to Grimsby, says Varian. Is the draw on after the penalties? Yes, so don't go anywhere, guys. We are just watching the Grimsby versus Manchester United penalty shootout, and then the draw will start. In the meantime, get some comments down below. Make sure you've liked, subscribed, all of that good stuff. It takes 2 seconds. If you've got any questions, I'll try and answer them, but there are a lot of comments coming in. Where's Burgee? Someone's asked. He's not here. He's slacking. He's taken the night off. Unbelievable behaviour. 5-4 to Grimsby is Trixio's prediction. A Villa fan said it's going to be 16-3 to United. There you go. Obviously can't happen, but lots of predictions flying in. Okay, the shootout is going to get underway now, guys. Oh my gosh. Imagine being a Grimsby fan right now. Your heart is racing. You've worked so hard and you're nearly there. You've nearly beaten Man United, but it might just go against you in the most painful fashion. And I can relate. My team lost to Man United on penalties in a FA Cup semi-final. And we were robbed of a last-minute goal. But I'm over it, of course. Oh dear. Right, let's have a look at some more comments. Do you think we will get a big game in the next round? Question mark. I think there's bound to be one big game in terms of like a Man City will play Liverpool or something. Or are you asking about your team specifically? I think, yeah, 2 of the big Premier League teams are going to draw each other is my prediction. I don't know which 2, but if that usually happens, doesn't it? Everyone's saying, come on, Grimsby, in the live chat. There's over 700 people in here. Wow, fair play. Cheers for joining us, guys. Like I say, I'm sure 90% of you clicked on this stream to watch the Carabao Cup draw. We will cover that once this shootout has concluded. And I will keep you abreast of how it goes. It's not started just yet. It's just about to, though. There's a few Man United fans in here. Fair play. Man City v Liverpool type of games can't happen in this round, says Daylight Time Lapses UK. Can they not? Are they all meant to avoid each other? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So in terms of this draw, let's see what the information is. The draw for round 3 will take place live on Sky. The 23 winners and joined by the Premier League teams competing in Europe. The UEFA Champions League a competition Crystal Palace is due to begin in October and therefore has no scheduling impact on the Carabao Cup round 3 draw. The ball numbers for the draw are as follows. Okay, I think that's it. I think they can play each other. It was just last season all of the European teams avoided each other. Right, sorry, here is the penalty shootout. Grimsby's first penalty is scored. 1-0 Grimsby. Perfect start. Settle the nerves. Here we go. Are Grimsby going to do it, guys? Are we watching history in the making? Grimsby 1, Man United 0 on penalties. Manchester United's first penalty coming up next. Can they level it up straight away? The answer is yes. Bruno Fernandes, 1-1. Manchester United have scored their first penalty. Of course, Bruno Fernandes missed his penalty at Fulham at the weekend, didn't he? But it was all the referee's fault, of course. Stupid ref. So, Grimsby 1, Man United 1 on penalties. Here come Grimsby for penalty number 2. Got to keep that pressure on them. Can they make it 2-1 in the shootout? Far too often a team miss their first penalty, go on to win the shootout, says Bassett Brush. Well, both teams have actually scored their first penalty. Can Onana be the hero for Manchester United? He certainly can't. 2-1 to Grimsby. There you go. Burns with the goal. And it's Grimsby 2, Manchester United 1. Once again, if you've just joined the live stream, the Carabao Cup third round draw is coming up very soon. Don't go anywhere. Drop a like, subscribe, get in the live chat, drop a comment. But in the meantime, we are watching Grimsby versus Manchester United, which has gone to penalties. And here come Manchester United for their second penalty to make it 2-2. Can Grimsby get the save? Can they get an advantage in this shootout? No, it's 2-2. Man United score through Mbuemo, who of course scored in the 90 minutes for Manchester United. 2-2. Zabu says the ref was really bad on Sunday. George says, come on United. I think there is a couple of Manchester United fans watching the live stream right now. And they're, like I say, probably the only people wanting Man United to win. Everyone else wants Grimsby to win. It's currently 2-2 on penalties after 2 each. Come on Grimsby from a Wrexham fan. Loads of comments flying in. There have been 8 draws. What do you mean? I don't know what Kevin's saying there. I'll come back to your comments in a second. Grimsby penalty number 3 coming up here. Like I say, got to keep the pressure on Manchester United. Oh, missed. Oh dear. Grimsby have missed their third penalty. And, oh dear. Man United have an advantage here. Oh, the story, the fairy tale for Grimsby is all coming undone. They scored their first 2 penalties. Manchester United have scored their first 2 and Grimsby missed penalty number 3. Odor. Is that how you pronounce it? The player's just missed. George says, thank you for shouting me out. No worries. I'll try and read out as many comments as I can, guys. So do comment down below. Manchester United penalty number 3. Mason Mount scores it. 3-2 Manchester United. Grimsby staring elimination in the face. They've got to score this to, well, they do really have to score this to keep themselves going. Man United with an advantage. 3-2 to United after 3 penalties each. Connor says, come on Grimsby, score. They do. It's 3-3 in the shootout. Staunton. Obviously, Grimsby have taken an extra penalty, but there you go. Good goal. 3-3. They need the keeper to come up with a save, don't they? To level things up. 3-3. Thank you once again to the 900 people watching. Once this penalty shootout has concluded, we will cover the Carabao Cup draw. So don't go anywhere. Manchester United penalty number 4. Grimsby really need to keep this one out, don't they? They haven't. 4-3 United. Oh dear. Grimsby on the verge of elimination. Dallow scores. So after 4 penalties each, it's Grimsby 3, United 4 in the shootout. If Grimsby miss, they are out. They have to score just to keep themselves alive. If they miss, they're out. Has to go in. Grimsby, do you know what? Even if they lose, like I say, Grimsby will take massive heart from tonight. But it's still painful, isn't it? To have come so close and lost. But they haven't lost yet. They certainly haven't lost yet. It's 4-4. They've scored their penalty. I mean, 4 out of 5 penalties scored isn't bad. But the question is, are Manchester United going to have scored all 5 of their first penalties? In which case, Grimsby are out. It's 4-4 in the shootout. Manchester United penalty number 5 now to send them through. A miss, and we go to sudden death. Oh dear, I don't know if I can watch. I presume everyone in the live chat's also watching the game right now on TV. Is this it? Is this the end of Grimsby's fairy tale? No! Miss! Man United have missed! Cunha! Oh, Grimsby are still alive. Say, it's 4-4. It's going to sudden death. Wow, I'm sweating. I'm not even a Grimsby fan. I'm getting all nervous for them. God. Oh, that was the chance, wasn't it? Cunha. If he'd have scored, Man United would have been through. Look, Man United still have a chance. Grimsby need to score to put the pressure on United now. It's sudden death. They both scored 4 out of 5. I tend to say 4 out of 5 is usually enough at least not to lose in the first 5. What is the conversion rate of a penalty? It's about 80%, isn't it, on average? Grimsby are in front. Scored. McJanet. And that means if Man United miss this penalty, Grimsby have won. One kick to keep Man United in now. Oh my gosh. Oh God. Blimey. It has to go in. It has to go in for Man United to stay alive. They've fought back from 2-0 down. Are they going to lose on penalties? They were winning. They were 1 penalty away from going through, and they could be eliminated here. They're not just yet anyway. Goal. 5-5 on penalties. Wow. Well, for those of you that have tuned in for the Carabao Cup draw, we are still waiting because Grimsby versus Man United is still going. 5-5 after 6 penalties each. It was Xerxes who just scored the last goal. Yeah, great penalty. But like I say, can Grimsby apply the pressure again? If they miss, once again, they're on the verge of elimination. Sudden death is very nail-biting. And Grimsby are holding their nerve. 6-5. They've scored again. The pressure is now back on Man United. And this is always the benefit of obviously going first. If you score, heaps of pressure on the team going second. Wow. Once again, Man United have to score to stay alive. This game's crazy, isn't it? I mean, it was a good 90 minutes of football considering the disparity in the two clubs. But this shootout is also pretty spicy. Right, Man United need to score, or they're out. Oh my gosh. Wow, I don't know. Are they going to score? They are. Scored. 6-6 on penalties. We go on. I mean, the fans are certainly getting their money's worth tonight, aren't they? But the main thing is, who's going to win? Grimsby are up next again. Can they put the pressure back onto Manchester United? It's 6-6. There's been some good penalties tonight, like I say. Both teams have scored 6 each out of 7. Once again, the Carabao Cup draw is coming up after this. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in. We've got over 1,000 people watching. Right, Grimsby, they score again. 7-6. Wow, fair play, Grimsby. 7-6 on penalties. The pressure's back on Man United. Man United have been responding well. There's been some good penalties in this shootout, but someone's going to have to lose eventually. Right. Grimsby 7, Man United 6. Are Manchester United going to level it up again? Here we go then. Manchester United to make it, let me keep track, 7-7 in the shootout. Here we go. Those Grimsby fans must be going through. Oh, it's scored. 7-7. Oh, God. You almost start laughing, don't you, when a shootout goes on this long? Right. It won't be long until it's the goalkeepers at this rate. Right. 7-7 after 8 penalties each. Fair play, by the way. Harry Maguire. I think his penalty for England against Italy, do you remember in the final, even though we lost? That's one of the best penalties I've ever seen when he like smashed it right in the corner. Right, 7-7. Yeah, great pen. Yeah. Grimsby need to put the pressure back on. They've scored again. It's Grimsby 8, Man United 7 on penalties. This is getting silly, isn't it? Grimsby 8, Man United 7 on penalties. Oh, fair play Grimsby. I mean, fair play United. They're doing well with their penalties. But Grimsby, keep putting the pressure back onto United. Who's going to crack first in sudden death? Thank you once again to everyone tuning in. The Carabao Cup draw is coming after the penalty shootout. Make sure you've dropped a like if you're watching and you haven't already. Make sure you've subscribed. It takes 2 seconds to subscribe and it takes 2 seconds to comment. Manchester United, oh, they've scored again. It's 8-8 on penalties. Delict. Wow. Jacob says, come on Grimsby, you can do this. Oh, Kevin says the 8 teams involved in Europe, it has been decided if they're going to play home or away by Sky. Oh, I didn't realise that. They did that last year, didn't they? Is that because they play on different weeks in the Champions League now? Right, let's keep an eye on the shootout. Can Grimsby go 9-8? Oh, they can! I hadn't even finished the sentence. They've scored again. Grimsby 9, Manchester United 8 on penalties. Wow. Warren, who's scored. There's been some good penalties tonight. Grimsby 9, Man United 8. United have to miss, says Connor. They don't have to. They keep scoring, to be fair to them, but someone's going to have to miss eventually. This shootout is going on for ages, isn't it? I love it, though. Here we go. Manchester United penalty number 10 to go 9-9. Oh, they've scored. Sesko. Oh, my gosh. 9-9 on penalties. It's like, come on, someone miss. Goodness me. Yeah, keepers. The draw will start soon, says Lily. Yes, don't go anywhere. If you're here for the Carabao Cup draw, we will cover it as soon as the penalty shootout finishes between Grimsby and Manchester United. In the meantime, keep your comments coming. Do make sure you've dropped a like and subscribed and commented. Grimsby penalty. Oh, scored! Pim. And pressure's on Onana now. Oh my gosh. So it's Grimsby 10, Man United 9 on penalties now. Onana has to score. He scored. 10-10. So we're going back round again. Oh, do you know what? They should just both go through. Just send both Grimsby and Manchester United into the next round of the Carabao Cup. Take someone else out instead. They both deserve to go through. I just don't want to see Grimsby go out, basically. That's why I'm saying that. Right, here we go. We're back round to the start again. They've both taken 11 penalties each. It's 10-10 in the shootout. Grimsby penalty number 12. It's scored. 11-10 to Grimsby. Fair play. This is an exhibition in penalty taking. Is it going to be that someone's going to finally put one off target, or are one of the keepers finally going to save a shot? God. Right, Manchester United are going to go back round to Bruno Fernandes. He scored his first one, didn't he? Obviously, like I say, he missed at Fulham. Is he going to score this time? This to make it 11-11 on penalties. We're probably getting quite close to the longest shootout ever in the Carabao Cup. I don't know what the record is. Oh, 11-11. Bruno Fernandes scores again. This is going to be a long old night, isn't it? What a shootout, guys. Once again, if you've joined us for the Carabao Cup draw, it won't start until Grimsby versus Manchester United finishes, and they're still going in sudden death. They've both taken 12 penalties each. Right, Grimsby, penalty number 13. It's going to be so harsh on Grimsby if they lose now. They've done everything they can to win this game. Oh, gosh. Right. Who's it going to be? Is it Burns again? I scored. So, hang on, that's what, 12-11? 12-11 to Grimsby now. Everyone in the live chat is just saying this is getting crazy, isn't it? The longest penalty shootout in Carabao Cup history occurred in 2024 when Preston defeated Fulham 16-15, says Michael. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. I remember that now, actually. That was last season, of course, yeah. That went on for ages. But this one's going on for ages as well, isn't it? Right, Man United have to score. Let's not forget, if we get a miss now, then Grimsby have won. I know it feels like we're going round in circles, but are we finally going to get a miss? It's going to be Mbuemo to make it 12-12 on penalties. Oh, he's missed! Grimsby are through! Grimsby are oh my God! Well done, Grimsby. Oh my gosh. Mbuemo, of all people. You wouldn't have put him down to be someone who misses, but there you go. Wow, it's Cunha and Mbuemo that have missed the penalties for Manchester United. They're two new signings this summer. Grimsby are into the Carabao Cup third round draw. League 2 Grimsby have just beaten the mighty Manchester United. Wow. Right, look there. Number 31. We can finally remove Manchester United because Grimsby are through. Wow. What a shootout, guys. And next up is the Carabao Cup draw. Do not go anywhere, guys. We have now got our 32 teams for the Carabao Cup. The draw is going to start very soon. In the meantime, get your comments down below. Everyone is cheering for Grimsby in the live chat. Well done. Well done. Amazing. Well done, Grimsby, says Kelly. Brilliant, isn't it? This is what the cup competitions are all about. Yeah, if you're a Man United fan watching, by the way, commiserations. Obviously, it's a very embarrassing night and you're not in the draw now as well, of course. But sometimes you've got to say, fair play. And you know what? Grimsby were great tonight. They went 2-0 up. And when it got back to 2-2, we thought Man United were going to win. But no, Grimsby have still got through on penalties. Brilliant. Right, guys, the Carabao Cup draw is coming up any second now. Right, there's 1,300 people in here. We're not even near 500 likes. Take 2 seconds. Every single one of you drop a like. Go on. Everyone, let's do a like spike. Everyone hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe as well, actually. Let's get everyone in here to hit the subscribe button. I'm not sure what the target is anymore, but do like and subscribe. And let's do predictions for the draw. Let me know, who do you support and who do you want to get in the draw? The Carabao Cup draw is coming up in just a couple of minutes. Do not go anywhere. This is it then, guys. And it's Grimsby who are through. So we've got 5 championship teams, 10 League 1 teams, 2 League 2 teams. And what would that leave? 10, 5, 2, 17, 15 Premier League teams. If my maths serves me right there. So there you go. Right, there's loads of people in the live chat. Great to see so many of you. Go on. Who's going to play who? Right, Sean is a Forest fan. The Foghorn Man says he's a Sheffield Wednesday fan. Luca reckons Barnsley will get Sheffield Wednesday in the draw. Oh, that'd be tasty, wouldn't it? Another Yorkshire derby for Sheffield Wednesday in the Cup. Of course, they just beat Leeds. Remember, guys, if you've not already familiarised yourself with the ball numbers, they are there. So quickly take a look. I will quickly read them out. Number 1, Arsenal. 2, Villa. 3, Barnsley. 4, Bradford. 5 is Brentford. 6, Burnley. 7, Cambridge. 8, Cardiff. 9, Chelsea. 10, Palace. 11, Doncaster. 12, Huddersfield. 13, Lincoln. 14, Liverpool. 15, Man City. 16, Millwall. 17, Newcastle. 18, Forest. 19, Port Vale. 20, Reading. 21, Sheffield Wednesday. 22, Southampton. 23, Swansea. 24, Tottenham. 25, Wigan. 26, Wolves. 27, Wrexham. 28, Wycombe. 29, Everton. 30, Fulham, 31, Grimsby, 32, Brighton. That is your Carabao Cup third round lineup for this season, and the games are going to be drawn out any second now. Honestly, do you know what my one hope for this draw is now? I hope Grimsby get themselves a big game. I want Grimsby to get like Liverpool, home or away. Give Grimsby another big game. Let's see if Liverpool can deal with Grimsby. Do you know what? They deserve it, don't they? You don't want to get through and then play. Imagine if Grimsby got Cambridge next, like another League Two team. That's probably the worst draw you could get after beating Man United. Grimsby want a Premier League team, surely. And same said for Cambridge, of course, the only other League Two team left. Let's hope they get a good draw. Right, guys, comment down below. Let's do one last roll call before the draw starts in just a couple of seconds. Don't go anywhere. Comment with the team you support. Let me know which team you support down in the live chat. Before the draw comes at us. So go on, get in the live chat, comment with which team you support, make sure you've dropped a like, every single one of you, make sure you've subscribed. It takes 2 seconds. I don't know what we're pushing for, 110,000 I guess. Get all those comments in. They deserve to win, says Jamie, referring to Grimsby, I think. Grimsby were more of a Prem side than Man United, says Pavel. Well, yeah, they've proved to be the better team and they've won the game, yeah. Let's see how many different fans we've got down here. Comment with the team you support. Newcastle, Forest, Burnley, Cardiff, Millwall, Burnley, Port Vale, Chelsea, Tottenham, Wrexham, Wolves, Southampton, Huddersfield, Cardiff, Chelsea, Wrexham, Coventry, Forest, Liverpool, Wolves, Arsenal, Wrexham, Huddersfield, Everton, QPR, Cambridge, Man City, Villa, Stoke, Arsenal, Palace, Millwall, Wolves, Forest, Palace, Liverpool, Bristol City, Brentford. Wow, there's so many people in here. Go on. Comment with the team you support. It's great to see so many different fans. And yeah, before the draw gets underway, good luck. I want to wish you all the best of luck. Feel free to let us know in the live chat who you want to play. I hope you all get the perfect draw. I mean, obviously not everyone's going to be satisfied. A lot of the Premier League teams probably want a winnable game. They want to try and get through and not have to play another Premier League team. I suppose the lower league teams probably do want to play a Premier League team, get a nice big away day. So do comment with what you want to happen in the draw as well. There's still about 1 million comments flying in. Chelsea fan, Burnley, Arsenal. And like I say, take 2 seconds to drop a like and subscribe and all of that good jazz. Right, we've done everything we need to do. We've run through the ball numbers. We've got the complete lineup. Like I say, just another breakdown of the draw. We've only got 2 League Two teams left. Grimsby and Cambridge. We've got 10 League One teams and only 5 Championship teams. I don't know how that's happened. I really don't. Maybe the Championship teams are just not caring about the Carabao Cup this year. But what that does mean is we're bound to get quite a lot of the League One and Two teams playing each other, which I know that's probably not what they want, but it does mean we're going to get a few of them then getting into the next round, and then maybe we might get a League One team or a League Two team sneaking through to the quarterfinals. And then at that point, it's getting very interesting. Right, there's 4,000 people watching. Wow, brilliant. Like I say, keep your comments coming. It's the Carabao Cup third round draw. If you've joined us late, you have just missed Grimsby beating Manchester United on penalties. I am exhausted after that penalty shootout. It was crazy. We got round to everyone taking their second penalty again. And there's plenty of good penalties, and fair play to Grimsby for pulling off the upset. Bit frustrating from a Man United fan. I know, well, just in general, losing this game is horrendous from a Manchester United fan's perspective, but to have come back from 2-0 down, to have scored 11 out of your 13 penalties and still not get through, well, that's the way it is sometimes. Come on, Chelsea, says FGH. David says, United who? Emily says Spurs versus Wolves or Chelsea or Villa. Well, okay, quite a few different combinations there. ACDC says no one likes us. Obviously a Millwall fan. Let's just recap on a couple of the big stories from the Carabao Cup round 2 as well. Sunderland of the Premier League were knocked out by League One Huddersfield on penalties. Leeds United of the Premier League were knocked out by crisis club Sheffield Wednesday on penalties. Grimsby have beaten Manchester United on penalties. I think that's probably the three biggest upsets / results of the previous round. Brighton with, I think, the biggest win. 6-0 against Oxford United. Fulham and Everton also won tonight. Cambridge of League 2 beat Championship Charlton. That was quite impressive. Port Vale beat Birmingham. Southampton 3-0 winners at Norwich. Bradford were 3-0 winners at Stoke. Like I say, we've also now got the Premier League teams that are playing in Europe this season joining the competition. Thank you for the donation from Ragatha. Brian Barry Murphy's Preschool 11 are winning the lot. Cardiff fan there. Thank you so much for the donation. Massively appreciated. Thank you to everyone who's watching as well. Just your support in general is appreciated. What an exhausting night it's been following the Carabao Cup. But we've made it. We've got our teams that have got through. And now we wait for the draw, which is just a minute or two away. We're very close now to the draw. So last chance to get your comments in. I'll try and read out some comments before the draw comes at us. But also, in the meantime, just make sure you've dropped a like and subscribed. Let's have a look. Villa are going to get Port Vale, says Andy. It's going to be 4-0, he reckons. Hang on a minute. Are we all set up properly? Yeah, we're all set up. Yeah, it's not started just yet. I think they had to delay it. So basically, I think the draw would have already started by now if the Grimsby versus Manchester United game hadn't gone on so long. But we will bring you the draw as it gets started. They've just pushed it back a couple minutes, but we're very close now. It says 2 minutes to go. So do not go anywhere. 2 minutes. I know everyone's getting impatient. We all want to find out who we're playing in the next round. Well, not me. My team's out. But I'm sure you guys want to know who you're getting next. Like I say, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, Newcastle, Villa, Forest, Palace, Tottenham. They are the new teams joining the Cup now. As I say, because of their European competitions, they enter the Carabao Cup one stage later. And they are the big boys. Who's going to play who? Should I do a prediction? We've got 1 minute until the draw. So feel free to do a prediction. Right, I'm going to say, let's give Grimsby. I reckon Grimsby are going to get Liverpool. That's my prediction for the draw. I'm going to say Grimsby will get Liverpool. I reckon Wrexham are going to get a big one. Who are they going to get? Wrexham versus Tottenham. Let's go with that. I mean, it's completely random. I'm just chucking names out there. I reckon Nottingham Forest are going to get Cambridge, the other League 2 team. That's what I'm going with. And Sheffield Wednesday versus Aston Villa. There you go. There's a couple of predictions for you. Arsenal v Fulham and Everton v Chelsea, just to include a few more of the big boys. Right, there's some of my predictions for the draw. Like I say, just completely random while we wait for the draw. Right, it is just about to start, guys. So thank you to the 5,500 people watching. Right, we're this close to 1,000 likes. So if you just want to help us do that before the draw starts, that was the like target. So everyone hit the like button. Everyone hit the subscribe button. Go on. Got 20 seconds to do a little like spike and subscribe spike. And let's read out final comments. Ali reckons Arsenal are going to get Grimsby. Gemma says, hi Matt, how are you? Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to everyone joining us. The Carabao Cup live stream for the draw. We're covering it any second now. Liverpool are going to get Arsenal, says John. Nicola says, I support Burnley. Leeds, Manchester and Sheffield United all out. Says Ivy. Yeah, Leeds United, Man United and Sheffield United all out, yeah. Ivy says that's just how I like it as well. Aston Villa are going to get Wolves, says Nathan. There you go. West Midlands Derby. Port Vale are going to get Everton, says Nathan. Liverpool at the Den would go off. Lex Alexis, wow! Wow, right, guys, massive round of applause for Lex Alexis' donation in the live chat. Very, very generous. Just before the Carabao Cup draw starts, he's just donated £50. He says, wow, what a result at Blundell Park. Please pass my congratulations to Sophie. I somehow don't doubt she will still be bossing everyone with her predictions next year. She's bossing me this year, Lex Alexis, and with that donation, I need to drop him a massive shout out. Thank you so much, Lex Alexis. That is unbelievably generous. Unbelievably generous. And yeah, I completely agree with the point he made. Well done to Grimsby. What a result for them. Obviously, brilliant news for Sophie. If you guys didn't see that Lex Alexis is congratulating her on, obviously, we mentioned in the Premier League predictions video earlier that she is expecting a baby in February. So guys, please check out the link in the live chat. That is Lex Alexis's channel. And he is the guy who just donated. So please do check out that link down below. Right, I think we've hit our like target. So I will stop saying drop a like. Although if you do want to like, be the last person to like and subscribe, get involved with all of that. But the cup draw is about to start. And as I say, Grimsby getting through. Manchester United haven't even made it to round 3. It's astonishing. It does remind me of, was it MK Dons that beat them? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? 4-0. I think that was in the second round of the Carabao Cup about 10 years ago now. Once again, massive thank you to Lex Alexis and to everyone who's donated tonight. Thank you to everyone who's dropped a like. 7,500 people watching, which is brilliant. The Carabao Cup third round draw is just about to start. We've got everything we need. Get your popcorn out. In the meantime, just make sure you are familiar with the ball numbers next to me. They are the ball numbers for the draw, which is about to start. As I say, Grimsby and Cambridge, the lowest ranked teams left. Manchester United are not even in the third round draw. It's just, let's bear in mind, is there any Grimsby fans in the live chat right now? That must be your biggest result ever. Can anyone in the live chat tell me a time when Grimsby have pulled off a bigger upset than that? Wow. Like I say, that is a real big story tonight. Right, is the draw on TV? Yes, it's on my TV. Yeah, put it on yours if you've got Sky. If not, stay here. We will bring you the draw, which I thought was meant to start at 10:30. We have just gone past 10:30. It hasn't started yet, but they are probably going to start any second now. Yeah, we're all set up. Right, like I say, 7,500 people watching, which is absolutely astronomically brilliant. Yeah, go on, drop a like and all of that good jazz. If you want to help us on our mission to 110,000 subscribers, everyone hit the subscribe button. I wonder if we can get literally everyone to hit the subscribe button. That'd be outrageous. Go on, get involved. Who does Sophie's partner support? Yeah, we've not really spoken about Sophie's partner. I don't know if he'd want me to disclose it. Oh, well, there wouldn't be a problem with me doing that because he's not on the channel anyway. He supports Liverpool, Sophie's partner. There you go. I wonder if there's going to be a bit of a battle to see who the young one is going to support. I've said to her, it's got to be Coventry. It's got to be Coventry. Mark says, is Sophie expecting a baby with a question mark? Yes, she is, yep. Like I say, we went sort of public with her news yesterday. I mean, she went public with her news over the weekend on her social media platform. So we mentioned it today on the predictions show. And thank you once again to everyone who's shown brilliant support. Right. We are all set up and ready. Grimsby was a big club back in the days. Best first division finish, 5th place, says Sar. I didn't know that. Did they actually finish 5th in the top tier of English football? I never knew that. Jamie, thank you for the donation. He says, are you doing a Europa League video this season? We do Europa League predictions for the knockout stages, I believe, just because the league phase is so big that it's really hard to try and cover all of that, because I also do the Champions League, and then of course I do my Premier League, Championship and League One predictions, and I also do other bits and pieces. So I will try and do some Europa League content this season for sure. Right, guys, here we go. Do not go anywhere. The draw is about to start. Thank you for your patience. This stream has gone on for ages. We started over an hour ago, and the Carabao Cup draw has still not started just yet. Everyone is commenting down below, which is brilliant. Let's just catch up on a few more comments just because we're waiting. They are taking their sweet time with it, aren't they? Congrats to Sophie, says Robert. Oh, no, I'll pass that on. Matt is already an uncle. Yes, so we're doing like Piers Morgan's life stories here today. But yeah, I've got another sister, for those of you not aware. I've got two sisters, an older sister called Grace, another older sister called Sophie, but she's actually the middle child. Grace isn't in the videos because she's not into football and she lives in Poland. Sophie and I do the predictions and we go to the football together. And I am the youngest of the three, and we will now all have kids because Sophie is expecting in February once again. Right. After the break, it'll be on, says Where's Nina? Yeah, we've waited for a while for the Carabao Cup draw, but I think we are just about to get it. Thank you once again for everyone's patience. Right, last chance, like I say, for the 100th time to share your predictions for the draw. Are we going to get a juicy mismatch? What do you guys want as well? What's better to have as a draw? When you get the big teams playing each other, like Arsenal versus Liverpool, or when you get the polar opposites playing each other, like Arsenal versus Grimsby? They both make for good viewing, but just very different styles. Right. Oh, God, there's so many comments. Now everyone's saying I have a kid with a question mark. I probably haven't announced it a lot, but yes, I do. I have a son who's 2.5 years old. He's not really much on the YouTube channel, surprisingly, because he's only 2. But yeah, I do have a son, for those of you that are not aware. Yeah. Oh, goodness me. What's happening with this Carabao Cup draw? Alexa says, I like a League 2 team to host a major Premier League team. That's good, isn't it? When you get like the Premier League team going away to a ground they wouldn't usually go to, especially in the FA Cup when they go away to the non-league teams. Thank you, Zippy, who's just donated. The sister who lives in Poland and doesn't watch football should definitely do predictions. In my experience, the less you know, the better you predict. Well, that's probably true. She'd probably come on and beat me, so that's why we're not going to let it happen. Well, no, I wouldn't be able to do videos with her even if she wanted to, because like I say, she lives in Poland. Unless we did like a Zoom call, but like I say, she's got her hands full with other bits as well. Right. We are nearly done. Your son can be Sophie's replacement when she's due. That's very good. Me and my 2-year-old son Theo doing predictions. He's already got a couple of Coventry shirts, by the way. And I'm trying to work out what the right age is to take him to his first football game. That's a question to the live chat, by the way. We're still waiting for the Carabao Cup draw. Don't go anywhere. Comment down below, how old were you when you went to your first football game? I think I was about 6, but I don't remember it very well. I can't remember my first game. I know it was probably when I was about 6. I went to a few games at that age, but I wasn't going a lot at the time. What was the first time you went to a game? I'm trying to think. Because if I took him to the football now, I'd just be chasing him around the stadium just because he loves to run away. So I'll probably wait a few more years for that. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5. I just think at this age as well, like I said, the attention span. Are they really into it? Can they actually see what's happening? Ollie Evans says, I was 9, but 4 days before my 10th birthday. There you go. Everyone's commenting with their age when they first went to a football game. And yeah, cheers for getting involved, guys. I'm loving this Q&A while we wait for the Carabao Cup draw. I'm surprised it's not started, to be honest. This is going on quite long. I know that the Carabao Cup draw has been pushed back because the Grimsby v Man United game went to penalties. But I'm surprised we're still waiting. Thank you, though, once again for all of your brilliant support, guys. Do make sure you're dropping a comment. 8,000 people watching. And yeah, go on, get your comments down below with any questions and who you want to play in the draw. It's really annoying, this, isn't it? How long it's taken. Do make sure you have hit the subscribe button. Oh, we're getting quite close to 110,000, so go on. Make sure to subscribe and all of that good stuff. Your support has been absolutely fantastic on this stream. Right. Yeah, everyone's commenting. 8 years old, 4 years old when I went to my first game. Michael says the draw's probably cancelled. It's not cancelled, by the way. I would know if it is. I can see they're just about to do it, but they're taking their sweet time with it, and we are still waiting. I was 3 when I went to my first game. We lost 5-2. We're waiting till Christmas for the draw. Lex Alexa says, I was going to record my score predictions after the draw. The suspense is killing me. It's killing all of us, Lex Alexis. Once again, Lex Alexis, thank you so much for the donation. We'll have to meet up one day, buddy. We'll have to sort something out. We're always talking, aren't we? But we never meet face to face. Thank you for the donation. I was 20 for my first game at Sheffield Wednesday with my dad. Wow. It's quite late, isn't it? 20 years old. But better late than never. Right, here we go. It's about to start. Don't go anywhere. Thank you once again for the donation there from Siegfried. Thank you to everyone in the live chat. 9,000 people watching. Right, we're just about to remove this because they are just about to start the draw. These are the ball numbers. So do familiarise yourself. Do familiarise yourself. Take 2 seconds to drop a like as well, just because I'm not going to be looking at the comments for the next next 5 minutes because we're focusing on the draw. You got one last chance to make sure you know what ball number you are. And then what I'll do is I'll type the games down there so you can see what they are in case you missed them. Here we go then. Mark Chapman presenting, just talking through what's what. And we are just about to start, as I say. Thank you once again for all your great support. Look at that. We're 2 likes away from 1,700. That's brilliant. The target was only 1,000. You guys are crushing the support. And make sure you've subscribed again. Look at that. We're getting close to 110,000. That is brilliant. Thank you to those of you guys that have subscribed. Thank you to everyone that's dropped a like. Aston Villa are number 2. Tony says it's exciting. Man United are going to get Derby. Well, no, they're not. They're already out, Arthur. Are we just about to start, says Danny. Yes, we are. Right. I'm closing this down now. Here we go. The draw is getting underway. First up, we have ball number 19, which is Port Vale of League One. Port Vale will play number 1 at home, which is Arsenal. Oh, brilliant. Look at that. Port Vale get a big tie. Port Vale versus Arsenal. Wow, if you're a Port Vale fan, that's very exciting. For Arsenal fans, I don't know when you last went to Vale Park, but there you go. Port Vale v Arsenal is the first game out. Next up, Phil Jones pulls out ball number 23, which is Swansea City. And Swansea will be at home to number 18, which is Nottingham Forest. The Steve Cooper derby. Swansea v Forest. And after that, Phil Jones pulls out ball number 13, which is Lincoln City of League One. They're currently 7th in League One, and they will take on number 9, which is Chelsea. look at these matches. It's because obviously they've split the draw because of the teams that are playing in Europe. But we're getting some right mismatches here. Look at this. Lincoln v Chelsea. That's brilliant for the Lincoln fans. Next up, we've got 24, which is ball number, which is Tottenham Hotspur. Let's just put Spurs because it's less to type and it'll fit in the page there. Spurs will play number 11, which is Doncaster Rovers. Wow. That's a great away day for those Doncaster fans, isn't it? You know, if it's difficult for the Premier League fans to relate, but if you support a club in League One or League Two, you've not really ever got the opportunity to go to Tottenham away. Next up, Brentford, ball number 5. They will take on ball number 2, which is Aston Villa. Now, they just played each other, of course, in the Premier League this weekend, and Brentford won 1-0. So Brentford gets Aston Villa. And I think that's most of the European teams drawn so far. That's 5 of them, of course. Next up, number 12, which is Huddersfield Town. Huddersfield will take on number 15, which is Man City. Wow. I mean, let's not forget, Huddersfield have beaten Sunderland. They've beaten Leicester. They've pulled off 2 upsets. But this is going to be the biggest one they're going to have to do. Number 14, by the way, up next, which is Liverpool. Liverpool will be at home. This is a big one. Who's going to Anfield? Who's going to Anfield? It will be number 22, which is Southampton. Next up, number 17, which is Newcastle United, the holders of the Carabao Cup, let's not forget. 10,000 people watching, by the way, which is brilliant. I will come to your comments after the draw. Newcastle get Bradford. Oh, that's good. That's a great away day for the Bradford fans. Fair play. Right, so we're halfway through the draw. That is all of the Premier League teams playing in Europe. We will now commence with the rest of the teams in the draw. Keep your comments coming. Number 21, Sheffield Wednesday. They will take on ball number 31, which is Grimsby. Okay. It's a little bit of an anti-climax for both because Sheffield Wednesday have just pulled off a great win against Leeds. Grimsby have pulled off a great win against Man United. And now they're sort of playing each other and not a Premier League team. But both with a big opportunity to get to the next round, I guess you'd say. Next up are Wolves of the Premier League, and they will be at home to Everton, an all-Premier League matchup, which is actually a game which is taking place this weekend. Number 10 is up next, which is Crystal Palace. And Crystal Palace will play ball number 16, which is Millwall. Oh, yes, I love that. That is the game last season where the... Look at Mark Chapman's face. He's like this. Oh, God, that was the game. That was the game last season where the Millwall keeper nearly took Mateta's head off, wasn't it? Oh, that's brilliant. Crystal Palace v Millwall. Mark Chapman's cracked me up there. All right, Burnley will play Cardiff in an Premier League versus League One matchup. But, of course, last season that was a Championship matchup. I think Burnley beat them 5-0 last season. Right, Wrexham are up next. Wrexham of the Championship. Who will they get? Number 20, which is Reading. Okay. Of course, that was a League One match last season. Gives them both a good chance of getting to the next round. Next up is ball number 25. Still laughing at Mark Chapman. It's not even that funny. I don't know why I'm laughing so much. I just think Crystal Palace v Millwall, after what happened last season, that's going to be tasty this season. Wigan take on Wycombe. Oh, guys. Right, 10,000 people watching. Do make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're all subscribed. We are still going strong here. There's about 4 balls left. Next up, we have Barnsley. Barnsley will take on Brighton. Oh, difficult for Barnsley. Poor old Callum Fowler. They've got to play Brighton. Yeah, tough one. Brighton have just won 6-0 at Oxford, of course. Next up is Fulham. And we're nearly finished, guys. Like I say, get your comments down below. I will come to your comments when the draw is finished. Fulham will play Cambridge. And that wraps it up. Wow, what a draw. So, guys, that is it. Get your comments down below. If you want me to read your comments, I'm going to come to them in a second. The draw is Port Vale versus Arsenal. Swansea versus Nottingham Forest. Lincoln City v Chelsea. Tottenham v Doncaster. Brentford v Villa. Huddersfield v Man City. Liverpool v Southampton. Newcastle v Bradford. I quite like that. Sheffield Wednesday Grimsby. Okay. I want both of them to get through, but obviously one of them is going to have to go out now. Wolves versus Everton. Palace v Millwall. That's going to be so crazy. Burnley v Cardiff. Wrexham v Reading. Wigan v Wycombe. And Barnsley v Brighton. And then finally Fulham v Cambridge. Fulham versus Cambridge. And that is the draw concluded. Wow. How about that? Let's come to your comments, guys. Before we do, just make sure you have hit the like button. Make sure you have hit the subscribe button. We're really close to 110,000. Go on, everyone. Subscribe. Everyone drop a like. And everyone comment. Let's see what you guys have to say. What happened to Ipswich? ? They're already out. They lost to Bromley in round 1. Galaxy Edits says, I called the Chelsea game. There you go. Chelsea to get Lincoln. Right. Whilst I do like the draws involving the European teams, I can't help to feel that the draw was designed to protect their place in the third round. Yeah, do you know what? Although, as I say, the lower league teams, a lot of them probably do want to play the Premier League teams. What this does do is it gives a lot of the Premier League teams a winnable game, and it means we're probably going to be narrowed down to quite a few Premier League teams being left in the latter stages. But like I say, we have got matchups like Wigan v Wycombe, which guarantees that we're going to get a League One team in the next round. And look, it's a cup competition. We've just seen tonight that Grimsby have beaten Man United. Anything could happen. Could Bradford beat the holders Newcastle? Could Southampton beat Liverpool? I don't know. We're going to find out in a few weeks. But as I say, that is it. Do make sure, like I say, you've dropped a like and got your comments in. If you want to have a comment read out, then please do get in the live chat. Your support has been brilliant tonight, guys. I really do appreciate it. Nice content. You Reds, says Peepkins. We could have played Man U from a Sheffield Wednesday fan, crying emoji. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, do you know what, though? Oh, actually, I was about to say it's more winnable, but it might not be. Grimsby might be a harder test than Manchester United, especially after what we've seen tonight. I went to Millwall yesterday, says Emily. Well, fair play. Fair play for going. Obviously, we lost and Millwall have got through. They've got Crystal Palace away, which would have been quite good for Coventry to go to Crystal Palace away because it's a ground I've not done before, but there you go. Good draw as a neutral, says Mickey. Yeah, do you know what? At the end of these streams, we usually get a lot of people saying, oh, that's a rubbish draw. I think that's quite a good draw, actually. I think there's quite a few good games in there and everyone's going to be reasonably happy. Not everyone, but a lot of people. Comment which game is the best. Which game there is the best? Which fixture do we think is the best there tonight? I think Port Vale v Arsenal is jumping out at me. Bradford fans getting to go away to Newcastle is very interesting, of course. You know, two well-supported clubs. Bradford going, of course, to the holders. Let's have a look at some final comments. I'm happy with the Millwall draw because I'm a Millwall fan, says Kevin. Alexa says it's a solid draw overall. As a Villa fan, we're going out, crying emoji. Well, yeah, like I say, Villa did just lose to Brentford at the weekend in the league. But you never know in the Cup, you never know. Palace v Millwall is Kelly's favourite game. I think that's got to be up there, isn't it, after last season? It was the way Mark Chapman pulled a face when like the draw was done. He was like... It's just because of what happened last season. I mean... Before last season, Palace v Millwall anyway is quite a tasty one because it's two very well-supported, proper hard London football clubs, isn't it? Going at it. But then after last season, with that extra flavour of the Millwall keeper coming out and Mateta's head nearly coming off, and I don't know, I just think it's going to be tasty. Right, guys, like I say, get your comments down below. Thank you to everyone who's liked and subscribed. We've got lots of content coming out, so do be sure to check out all the links that I'll be dropping down below. Right, any final comments? I'm going to be here till... do you know what? I'll stay here till 11. 7 more minutes with me. There you go. You're very lucky. Who do you support? Asks Kieran. I'm a Coventry fan. For those of you that might be new to the channel or have never thought to ask, yeah, I'm a Coventry fan. Championship team. I'd love to get to the Premier League one day, but do you know what? The Championship's a great league, isn't it? Huddersfield v Man City, says Kevin. That's a good game. It is. You know, I mean, a lot of those first few games, Liverpool, Southampton could be tasty. Like I say, Lincoln-Chelsea is an interesting one. I mean, like I say, Swansea v Forest is the Steve Cooper derby. And also, I very well remember 2021... final day, Forest needed to get into the playoffs I think they just needed a draw to stay in the playoffs. And Swansea were about 6 goal difference behind them going into it and 3 points behind them. Basically, on the final day of the season, Swansea won 4-1, Forest lost 4-1, and they swapped places and Swansea got into the playoffs and Forest missed out. That was mental. Come on, Liverpool, beat the Scummers, says Leo. Oh, I presume he's a Portsmouth fan with that comment. Daylight Time Lapses UK says, as an Arsenal fan, I'm liking Port Vale. Yeah, I think both sets of fans will be happy with that. The Port Vale fans have got themselves a big draw. Arsenal have obviously got themselves a massively winnable game, they'll say. So there you go. Right, like I say, 5 minutes left of the stream. Thank you to everyone who's got involved tonight. We've had some brilliant support. We've had so many donations, so many people liking and subscribing, and it's massively appreciated. And most importantly, get your comments in. Tom says, don't remind me, with a crying face. Yeah. Forest need to go after taking our main spot in Europa. Fulham away. Come on, Cambridge, says Reese. Don't mean to rush you, Matt, but can you spot the biggest upset next round? Good question. I will put that question back to you guys. Which game in there do you genuinely think there could be an upset? I think it's difficult to see like Doncaster winning away at Tottenham. I think it's probably going to be a home team if there is one. I don't see... Can Port Vale really beat Arsenal? It'd be incredible if they did. They just beat Birmingham, to be fair to them. Lincoln, could they beat Chelsea? It's a really good question, that. If any game, I would actually go with Huddersfield to beat Man City. I just think if Man City rotate, Huddersfield have already pulled off a couple of surprises. They're going to really want to keep going. If there's going to be any surprise, I reckon right now, I'm going to go with Huddersfield. And a lot of you in the live chat are agreeing, actually. A lot of you saying Huddersfield. Stuart reckons Forest are going to lose to Swansea. Saar reckons maybe Doncaster will win. If Doncaster won at Tottenham, that'd be incredible. Right. 4 minutes left with me tonight, guys. Thank you once again so much for your brilliant support. We are now only 5 likes away from 2,200, which is incredible. And what I'm going to do is link a couple of things down in the live chat. If you're about to sign off, check out the Premier League predictions we did with Sophie today. Go on, there's a link there. That's the Premier League predictions video with Sophie. Check it out. Obviously, she revealed her big news and we predicted the games for the weekend, including Liverpool are playing Arsenal. Some big games. Right, final comments, guys. Start saying goodbyes because I'm going to have to slowly start wrapping it up. Bradford could pull a crazy upset, says Leo. The thing is as well, it's quite important for Newcastle not to lose at this stage. When you're the holders of a competition, you kind of... I know it's not massively realistic to think, oh, Newcastle are just going to win the Carabao Cup again, but they want to defend it well. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, oh, it's ours. So can Newcastle really roll over to Bradford? I know they've got the Champions League coming up, but I don't know. Emily says, peace out. Stuart says, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Take care. You heard it here first. West Ham will win the Premiership, says M. Well, they're currently bottom of the Premiership. 2 minutes to go, guys, and then I'm going to sign off. Faye says goodbye. Monty says go on, Vale. And any final ones here? Stoke City supporter, but think Vale could do it as Arsenal don't like coming to this part of the country. Yes, of course, Arsenal used to struggle going to Stoke back in the day, didn't they? Now I'm going to prep my score predictions video. Thanks for the coverage. Thank you so much, Lex Alexis, for the donation. You're always very, very kind. And yeah, check out Lex Alexis's championship predictions tomorrow. Let's hope he backs Coventry to beat Oxford. Let's say, go on, say 7-1 again, Lex Alexis. Let's beat them 7-1 again. Well, it wouldn't be we're beating them again, but let's just win a game 7-1 again. Bye, Matt, says Faye. Loz says, come on, you tricky trees. Bye, sound bro, take care. Right, well, like I say, if you're saying your goodbyes, then the best place to go now is the Premier League predictions video, which I'm sending you in the live chat, guys. That is it from me, guys. Last chance to have a little look. That is the Carabao Cup draw completed. Thanks, Matt. Love the channel. Hug Sophie for me from Kelly. And do you know what, Kelly? I mean, I'm not just saying this because you're always very, very kind, but it would be nice to see you at some point. I don't know how, but you'll have to try and get to a football game at some point. I don't know how often you come to the UK, but you'd have to come to a Wrexham game, I presume. Thank you so much, as always, for your support. Eric says, West Ham's best chance of silverware is probably to switch to rugby union. I think it's probably to get relegated and then win the championship. Zabu says, peace out. Knight says Leo. Connor says, bye, Matt. Yeah, that's it from me. I'm dropping a few links in the live chat. Just check them out because I am literally signing off now. So here we go. Brilliant night on the channel. Thank you so much once again. Like I say, my favourite games from tonight's Carabao Cup third round draw. I'm going to say Port Vale v Arsenal. Lincoln v Chelsea is pretty cool. Huddersfield Man City. Newcastle Bradford. Palace Millwall. And then that's probably about it in terms of my favourite games. And honestly, well done once again to Grimsby Town for beating Man United. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? What does this mean for Man United, by the way? If they lose to Burnley at the weekend, they are in serious trouble. Right, that's it. Thank you once again, everyone. I'm going to sign off now. Check out the links in the live chat. That's it from me. That was the Carabao Cup third round draw. Take care, everyone. Peace out.